In this video, we're going to solve a triangle using the law of cosines. The law of cosines tells us that for any triangle with sides A, B, and C, and opposite angles A, B, and C, we know the following to be true. We know that A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times cosine of A. B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC times cosine of B. And C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2 times A times B times cosine of C. To find the length of side C, we'll want to use this last formula. C squared equals A squared, and since side A is 3, A squared is equal to 9, plus B squared, which is 36, minus 2 times A, which is 3, times B, which is 6, times cosine of C, which is 50. Plugging these values into a graphing calculator gives us a value of C squared approximately equal to 21.86. If we take the square root of 21.86, we solve for C, which is approximately equal to 4.68. So side C is equal to 4.68. Now let's solve for angle A. Since we want to solve for angle A, we need to use the first equation. Let's plug in our known values. A squared is 3 squared, which is 9. So 9 equals B squared, which is 36, plus C squared, which is 21.86, minus 2 times 6 times 4.68 cosine A. Now we'll simplify our equation. So we have 9 equals 57.86 minus 56.16 cosine A. Now we subtract 57.86 from both sides using algebra. So we have negative 48.86 equals negative 56.16 cosine A. Then we divide negative 56.16 from both sides. Let's go ahead and rewrite this. So cosine of A equals, we said we have 48.86 negative divided by negative 56.16. Our negative signs cancel out because a negative divided by a negative equals positive. And now we solve for angle A. by taking the cosine inverse. So cosine inverse well, let's write it like this. Angle A equals cosine inverse of 56.16, 48.86, sorry about that, divided by 56.16. We plug that into the calculator, and make sure that your graphing calculator is set to degree mode. This gives us an angle measure for A of approximately 29.54 degrees. To finish solving the triangle, we could apply the law of cosines again and solve for angle B. But it's much easier to simply consider the fact that the sum of all angles of a triangle equal 180 degrees. So we take 180, subtract our known angles of 50 degrees and 29.54 degrees, and this will give us the measure of angle B. It turns out that the measure of angle B is 100.46. Now you'll notice that the triangle in our drawing is absolutely not to scale. This is very common when you're working with triangles. The drawings don't necessarily reflect the angles that you're actually finding. So don't be alarmed if your measurements that you find don't necessarily match the picture. Anyway, this is a complete example of solving a triangle using the law of cosines. I hope you found it helpful, and we'll see you next time.